Hey guys, welcome back to another banging video. And if you're new here, welcome to my channel. So in today's video, we're gonna be doing another mukbang. I have Chick-fil-A here today, which I absolutely love. I hadn't done mukbangs in such a long time, and then now I am back like on a roll. Like I recently dropped a Chipotle mukbang, so make sure you guys check that out. And then today I am doing a Chick-fil-A one. I absolutely love Chick-fil-A. Honestly, like the chicken, everything is great from there. So I had actually ordered this earlier. Okay, I had gone to school today. It was like a long day at school. It was just a long day overall, but it was a really good day, thankfully. So I had already started eating some of this, but I had leftovers, which I'm really happy. Like I love when I'm eating something I order and then I can save half of whatever it is that I ate for later, because it just prevents me from having to like cook or order again and stuff like that. So I got the spicy deluxe chicken sandwich. I got cheese on it, and I like the spicy one because I've always just liked spice in general. And I also obviously got it with some fries. I tore into this earlier. I got a frosted lemonade, which I had never had, and holy cow, it was so good. It was so good. It was like really sweet though, so I'm not gonna lie. I probably would recommend that you share this with somebody, but it was delicious. It tasted just like a vanilla frosty with just diet lemonade on top, which I don't know how much diet it was because it was very, very, very sweet. Polynesian sauce. I love me some Polynesian sauce, and you already know I have the regular Chick-fil-A sauce at home because, oh, my earring. Put it back on. I have the regular Chick-fil-A sauce at home because even when I make a sandwich or just simple things here, I like to have it so that it can give it a little bit of that Chick-fil-A flair, because like I said, this is the place to go and eat chicken, and I love chicken, so this is my spot. And yeah, the fries, which I had already torn into. The spicy deluxe chicken sandwich, I don't know if it comes with or if I ordered it extra, because I did it on the app. My friend actually did it for me, but it has lettuce, tomato, pickles, cheese, then the chicken and the bun, obviously. And then you can either dip it in whichever sauce you decide. I'm gonna open the Polynesian sauce. Yum, yum, yum. Let me start off with a fry. The fries at Chick-fil-A are so yummy, honestly. They are delicious. So I like to put them in the air fryer. And they're still crispy. Yeah. I was literally having a conversation with one of my friends because he was like, oh, you know, I order stuff, but then it gets soggy. And I was like, but do you have an air fryer? So they're really good. Anyway, so I've said it before. I enjoy having a topic of conversation when I'm eating so that I can talk to you guys about something, you know, anything. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a fan of tomatoes, so I might just like put that back in the box or right there for now. I just want to dip it and take a bite before this gets cold. But I promise you we're gonna talk about something right now. Hold on. Really good. I also put this in the air fryer. So I always get iffy on what to talk to you guys about because I feel like, wow, that's spicy. There's always so many things to talk about. So I guess I'm gonna give you guys the story time of this rude customer because it happened 2 days ago. And in the moment, I was mad. I'm not mad, but I was just like, really? I was like, why do people get like this? Don't leave the house if you don't have a good attitude, because you're gonna try to ruin someone else's day. Thankfully, it did not ruin my day, and I'm surrounded with people who are just positive, and they obviously help cheer up my day. Honestly, I have great customers. It was just this person in specific who was just a complete rude for no reason. So, basically, and I've said this before, I'm a very compassionate person. And so, okay, this is my cue not to wear that earring because it keeps falling. I'm a very compassionate person because my last job, I used to work in a medical office, which apparently like not a lot of people know about. I used to work in a medical office. Oh my God, that's like straight sugar. I used to work in a medical office. I've said that like 3 times. And the reason I honestly stopped working there was because the people who worked in that office were not compassionate, and they would not like sympathize with the patients. And like, I'm a person who, my grandma had cancer, you know? So anybody who comes up to me and tells me that they're sick or they have cancer, this and that, I can sympathize, I can understand them, I'm gonna care for them, not to mention that that's my job, right? That's like my work, but it's also the type of person I am. If I can help you and I don't know you, or I just meet you at the park, I'm gonna do that. But especially when I'm at my job. Like, why else am I there, you know? So, compassionate is a quality that definitely would describe me. And so I remember I'm a pharmacy tech at a grocery store, and this guy came up to the window to pick up his medication. I was like, hey, how are you, whatever. And he gave me his last name. He was there to pick up whatever medication he needed. And basically he starts telling me, yeah, I need this medication because of my knee. I used to not be able to walk. I had a really bad accident, went through 17 surgeries. He was telling me like about some of the troubles he's gone to. It was all related to pharmacy questions or a pharmacy story time. Basically, it was something that it was important for a tech or a pharmacist to know, because we never want to question the medication we're giving a patient. And by him explaining that he had an accident, it made more sense to ask to why he's taking the medication. Did I need to know that information? Probably not, but it's nice to. And if you know, you know. I mean, there's patients that come up and they want to let you know, or they want to ask a question just to make sure, like, hey, you know, I'm going through this surgery, or I've been through this surgery, just want to double check it's okay to be on this medication. Obviously, usually it is okay. If not, the doctor would have not prescribed it. But one thing I tell people to always remember is that we prescribe what the doctor sends. So if you told the doctor you're having trouble coughing, or, you know, you're coughing a lot or whatever, and he gives you a medication for your eyes, we are prescribing whatever the doctor sent you, because we don't know what you're diagnosed with. You get what I'm saying? We can kind of tell, we can look into it, but when we're feeling, for the most part, and we're feeling quick, we're not looking at your whole background and story time or timeline. We're feeling whatever the doctor sent, right? Because the doctor's the one who diagnosed and treated you. We're just prescribing you the medication, okay? So if this guy was like, yeah, I had a really bad accident and I'm blind, so I need this medication, I could have been like, wait, this medication is not for your eyes, it's for something else. So it's kind of nice sometimes to interact with the customer, because that's how sometimes mistakes are catched. And for the most part, there was no mistake in this medication or in this patient or anything. But whatever, he was just telling me about his 17 surgeries and this and that, and how he's grown to be a better person after everything he's gone through. So obviously, the nice person I am, I was like, good for you. Now, as we're talking, right, this guy comes into the line behind him and was like, yeah, no one cares about your 17 surgeries, which is so disrespectful because this guy was like life or death. No one cares about your 17 surgeries. Hey, sweetheart, like talking to me, tell him to get your number if he wants to talk to you so much, or like tell him to call you later if he wants to talk so much, something like that. I was like, excuse me? You know what I'm saying? Like, because we were talking about a pharmacy conversation. We were not talking about something about me and him for this man to feel the need to call me or anything like that. Not to mention, it's just no one's business to really say something like that. I can understand if you're upset because you're waiting, 30 seconds. Because like I said, I was wrapping up the conversation as soon as that man walked over. While there was no one in line, maybe I prolonged the conversation more than what it had to because I entertained it. You know what I'm saying? But at the same token, what am I supposed to say? Okay, I'm sorry, sir, about your surgeries. Goodbye. Like, I was like, oh, wow, really? Surgeries for what? Like, I was kind of like engaging, but there was nobody in line. And the minute this man walks over, he waited about a minute or 30 seconds or something like that and already said something. And that was just not the approach to take by it. Like, oh, tell her to call you later. No one cares about this and that. Like, why'd you have to be rude about it? You know what I'm saying? You could have easily said, hey, look, can I pick up my medication and you guys can keep on talking or something like that. Like, which obviously I still would have been like, damn, like, okay, like, but he said it in a nasty way. And then he was like, yeah, you shouldn't be so rude. I was like, baby, the one who's being rude is you, and what's your address? Because give me the information I need for you to get your medications, or if not, I won't dispense this. Matter of fact, I don't even need to take care of you. And you're screwed if I don't take care of you because the pharmacist is on break and no one else is here. So it's either me or it's nobody. Well, you're not gonna come up to the window and talk to me like that. And my pharmacist heard the whole thing, So I can understand if you don't want to wait. You know what I'm saying? I don't like waiting either. But that was not how you handle or approach that situation at all. At all. I could have been a complete, and not taking care of this man. I legally did not have to because he had disrespected me at that point. I did not let it get to me, though, because one thing, I don't know how these mukbangers do it, where they eat and talk, because I am like trying to swallow so fast so that I can get my words out. One thing that I've learned the hard way is usually people treat you how they feel about themselves. The way people treat you is a reflection of literally what they're going through or how they feel about themselves. So when someone treats you bad, it's usually because they're bad. Like they're not going through something that's good because they're not happy with themselves. It's usually when you know that you're a good person, a nice person, a caring person, the way I feel about myself, and that's not conceited, that's not cocky to say or anything. People out here know when they're good and people out here know when they're bad. And I know I'm a good person. Have I made errors? Absolutely. Do I still make mistakes? Sure. But I know I'm not a bad person, and a lot of people can vouch and say the same exact thing and better of myself, like about me. So I think that when you know who you are and what you bring to the table and how your personality is and this and that, when someone treats you bad, it's a reflection of them and how they're feeling about themselves. It's not you, it's them. It's not you when you have a good heart and good morals and good this and that. It's not you. And so I was having a great day that day. I felt completely positive about myself, which I hadn't completely felt in a long time. So it's a coincidence because I feel like God put me to test in that moment, because for a while I've been feeling a little bit down and not a lot of people have noticed, because obviously I get on here on social media and I portray this like, yay, but I go through stuff too. And so in that moment, in that day, actually, I was having a great day, but in that moment, I think God was trying to test me. But I was not gonna break. I simply put my feet down and I was like, excuse me, like, what I'm saying? What's your address? What's this and that? Because I'm not gonna have you talking to me like this if I have to serve you, because I don't. You know what I'm saying? So if you want me to serve you, just provide the information, let's get this over with. And that was that. And no hard feelings. I'm not a person who holds a grudge. And I will wish that man, even though I don't know him, the best in life. Because that's the type of person I am. But the type of person he is obviously miserable, but he's probably miserable within himself. So people ask me all the time, how do you cope with like mean customers? How do you cope with people who are like rude to you? I don't. That's how I do it. I don't. And when it's sent my way, I just remember, like, I'm at a point where I'm so happy with myself and I know where I want to go and the things that I want to do that I don't have time to entertain the stupidity of customers who are trying to make your life miserable. Simple. Like, I'm not going to entertain some BS that you're bringing me. I've had a long ass day. You know what I'm saying? I prescribe medication to people who are dying and fighting with their lives every single day. And you're going to come over here and treat me bad? Maybe he was fighting with his wife. Maybe he was, I don't know what, because I'm not the person you treat bad. You know what I'm saying? When I'm trying to help you. And, so yeah, I think that was the easiest way. And within a few minutes, I already felt better about the whole situation. I didn't really care. I didn't entertain it. Old me probably would have tried to fight with him. When new me is like, oh baby, you must be miserable. I'm gonna pray for you and wish you the best. And I'm gonna continue glowing about my day. You know what I'm saying? Not going about my day, glowing about my day. Because I'm gonna glow in every day and everything that I do. Oh, that's exactly what I did. I let him be miserable. And when the next patient came to the window, I was like, hey, how are you? This and that. I kept it pushing. I didn't let that specific thing affect me to the point where, you know, now my whole day was ruined. I actually went out that night and like, I just had a good time. So I think that's honestly how I cope with a lot of those things. And I always tell people, like, don't feel bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't. They don't deserve that. They don't deserve that. Just because you're miserable doesn't mean you have to make me miserable. And that's how I feel like about a lot of things in life right now. If you're unhappy with yourself, that's fine. I'm going to wish you the best healing journey because I've been there too. So I understand. But it's not okay for you to make someone else's life bad just because yours is. So, with that being said, I'm just going to go ahead and conclude today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching, for supporting me here on my YouTube channel, on my journey. We're growing, and we're growing fast, and we're growing big, and I am just so happy and appreciative and thankful for each and every one of you. I'm working hard every day to get to where I want to be. So anyone who has shown me any type of love or support, even if it's just a like, a comment, whatever, I love you guys and I'm very grateful. With that being said, make sure to stay tuned because I have some exciting content coming soon. I love you guys very much and I will see you guys in my next video. Thanks so much for watching and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.